Writing a screenplay can be daunting and there is a ton to consider. However, before you even think about what goes into the document, what is script writing anyway? Script writing is a very different beast than writing in any other format. It is a process of writing stories in the screenplay medium. It is writing down the movement, actions, expression, and dialogue of the characters in screenplay in the screenplay format. The process of writing a novel, a poem, or essay is entirely different than script writing. So let us have a detailed look into the different stages of writing and the writing for different media.
Today, let us discuss about content writing with reference to electronic media. Language is the ability to acquire and use complex systems of communication, particularly the human ability to do so. And a language is any specific example of such a system. The scientific study of language is called linguistics. Human language has the properties of productivity, displacement, and relies entirely on the social convention and learning. Its complex structure affords a much wider range of expressions than any known system of animal communication. Writing for media, hence, plays a very significant role in understanding the language, culture, tradition, beliefs, and attitude of a population. Today, let us discuss more about the principles of writing for media. One of the most important principles for writing for media is the use of simple words and sentences. Minimum words should be used by avoiding jargons, argots, and registers, adjectives and adverbs, and repetitions of the same word, especially the introductory part, and the superfluous words has to be eliminated while writing for a media. And there should be coherence and continuity in the writing, and there should be an objective behind the writing. There should always be clarity also in the process of writing. When we talk about writing for a TV script or for a radio script, the one thing that comes very closer to our mind is how we develop a concept. With an hour long television series episode, you write a teaser scene followed by Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and like that. So it helps you to understand what exactly the story is, how the story is moving into. You're trying to create a world with a cast of characters that will hopefully continue on for upwards for some 10 say to maybe to 25 episodes or sometimes up to a multiple seasons. Thus the main story will not be resolved by the end of each teleplay or television script. Similar is with the story of radio writing as well. Especially in a television writing. In short, a television series is an ever evolving medium for the story and characters, while when it comes to a film, it stands alone on its own unique path to bring a closure end. So, usage of simple words and sentences plays a very important role when it comes to media writing. Script writing, when you talk about script writing, it is an art of creating or developing a content for a target specific audience in order to bring desirable, careful changes, behavioral changes in terms of knowledge, understanding, and attitude of that particular person. Let us have a look into the elements of writing. The first one is impact. The information that you provide should have an impact only if it affects a lot of people. A proposed income tax increases, for instance, has impact because an income tax increase would affect a lot of people. The accidental killing of a little girl during a shootout between rival drug gangs has an impact too, because even though only one person, a little girl, is being affected, was indirectly affecting a large population in terms of strong emotional response to the story. So, impact plays a very crucial role when we talk about writing. Timeliness. Information has timeliness if it happens recently. Events that happened during the previous week are timely, but the one that happened 1 year back or a couple of years back cannot be called as a timely event. Information has prominence if it involves a well known person or organization. For example, if you or I trip and fall, no one will be all that interested to listen about that because you and I aren't well known to any of them. But if the President of India or the Prime Minister of India or the United States of America trips and falls, everyone will be interested because that person is known to everyone. It's a well known personality. So, prominence play a significant role in writing. Information has proximity if it involves something happening somewhere nearby. Let us take an example. If a bus wreck in India kills 25 people, the Free Press will devote maybe 3 or 4 hours to graft a story on that. But if the bus wrecked in downtown somewhere, which is a place which you are not familiar with, it devotes a sizable chunk of its front page of the story. So proximity also determines the writing style. Conflict. Information has conflict if it involves some kind of disagreement between the people. See, the fights have drama, who will win, and invite those watching to choose the sides and root for one or more of the components. Good democracy involves more civil, we hope, conflicts over the nature of the public policy. That's why the media carries so much political news nowadays. Journalists tend to see themselves as playing an important role in the public debates that forms the basis for democracy. And I'm sure you all must have enjoyed such debates in the television channels. So conflict plays a very crucial role in writing. Readness. What is that? Information has readness if it involves something unusual or strange. For example, ABC, a famous editor, once said, if a dog bites a man, that's not the news, but if a man bites a dog, that's a news. It's told by none other than Charles A. Dana. Currency. Information has currency if it is related to some general topic a lot of people are already talking about. Something which is happening in the local town generally won't attract much attention in a very, in BBC or in New York Times, because what is happening in Trivandrum or in some part of Palakkad may not be a news for them. But if the mugging occurred a day after a report by FBI and it will create lot of audience attention. The crime rate will grow at a faster pace. Television writing is thus the art of writing a TV show, and so is with the radio script as well. Let's have a look into the writing for radio. The first thing that comes to our mind when we talk about writing for a radio is the term KISS. What is that? Keep it short and simple. And there lies everything when it comes to writing for radio. Keep it short and simple. And it should be fast also because we don't have much time. Every minute is calculated and we need every seconds is calculated and we need to be justifiable to every minute and second that is being given to us. Long sentences that appears in the newspapers or in the print media has to be broken down. Write positively and try to use present tense because people who are listening to you will only be relying on the voice modulation or on your sound. So whatever you can provide on a positive note will definitely have a good impact on the mental well-being of that person as well. All forms of the verb to be is, am, are, were, will be, have been, being, will have been, etc. has to be avoided. Making sentences which cannot be confirmed is one of the greatest mistakes that every writer at the beginning stage makes. You should be able to write those statements which can be confirmed. The style of writing, authenticity are also to be considered when you write for the radio. Another thing is the language. Use of grammar and punctuation wherever necessary is also very important. Test the script along with writing. You are trying to develop a concept. So, whenever you are writing, even if it is 2 sentences or 3 sentences, before finishing that, try to test it by reading it so that you will get the feel of the reader and also at the same time you will be able to think from the side of the listener. Write for one listener so that you will be able to concentrate more and think for the listener. And do not overload the information. Suppose you got plenty of information about a particular concept and do not try to provide all the information within a short span of time to the audience. Make it simple and make it very easy to understand. That is why it is said punctuate to suit the reading styles and voice modulation of the reader. Sometimes the content writer and the reader many a times will be different, will be two different person. So when you write for another person, for another speaker, make sure that is why the first point, test the script along with writing, plays a significant role. So that you can punctuate to suit to the reading style and voice modulation of a particular speaker. Some of the key principles when it comes to radio writing is that remember it is spoken and it will not be followed by any visuals or shoot video clippings. So it is spoken, so it has to be laid proper emphasis. It is immediate. You have only fraction of seconds or minutes for news to be covered. It goes from one person to another. It's a one-way form of communication. It is heard once. The content delivered through sound. The content is delivered through sound. So it has to be, given much importance. Now, let us talk about television on a larger screen. Comparing to the movie scripts, television scripts are shorter. The different narrative structures also varies. No, if you claim that the radio script is content delivered through sound, The television script is dialogue driven. We have A, B, and C storylines in front of us. A storyline means the one which involves your main character and is the core of your show. Okay. B storyline means it is secondary in nature and helps the narrative keep moving forward. C storyline means it refers to as the runner because it is a smaller storyline and holds the least weightage. Run fast. So we have three basic types of storylines in front of us when we write for a television. Coming to the elements of television writing, the first thing that we need to do while developing a concept is to provide captions. Name and title of the speaker has to be given. Subtitles also has to be given. Subtitles are text versions of the spoken words in the bulletin or program. They usually run along the bottom of the screen so that the viewers can read them while still watching the pictures and listening to the words being spoken. Just imagine you watching a television program of your favorite choice. These subtitles are mainly used for two reasons. One is to assist the viewers who have hearing difficulties. They are called closed captions. Or to translate words in languages other than languages of broadcast. So these subtitles generally need to be prepared beforehand. They require concentration from the viewer. So they should be done professionally if possible. To avoid having to use subtitle translations of words spoken in another language, it is possible to overdub what the speaker is saying by fading down the original sound and getting another voice to read a translation over it. Either a fellow journalist or a professional voice actor can do that. I'm sure that you might all have watched such type of subtitles on the shows that you watched. Next one is stand-ups. These are the times when a reporter speaks directly into the camera at the scene of the story. It's very common in news channels, especially over to U, over to A, over to B, over to C. So, the reporter will be talking from the spot. Each stand-up segment in news is normally about 10 or 20 seconds long. The duration is very small, meaning that it can contain several sentences of spoken word. Some reporters write the words they will say in sentences on a notebook or on a piece of paper, then read them out in front of the camera. This means that the reporter cannot at that time, look into the camera while also looking down to read from the notebook. So it is better either to memorize the sentences, then put the notebook to one side or try to remember the key words and talk to the audience. Look to the camera, look to the lens and speak to the audience. So in both cases, what I am trying to tell you is that keep the language simple and your sentences short. And it should be convincing as well. Words which are finding difficult to pronounce has to be avoided. So that is all about stand-ups. So while preparing the script for a video lesson or for a television program, you need to focus on something like lay down the objectives of the program. It can be anything, even it can be an educational program. Ensure that the video lessons does not exceed 15 to 20 minutes of duration. If the topic is not fully covered in the particular segment, you can break it into different parts. It is preferable always to deal with a subject in small segments but in depth. Plan for a lot of visual elements because nobody wants to see your voice. So you can add a lot of visual elements. So let's come to the stages of script writing. Script writing is just as much as a craft as interviewing, editing, or mixing. The script is what the information that you have gathered. It is what makes the sense for the information that collected. That is a framework of your story. It brings together all the elements required for the story. So the first thing that you need to do before writing the script, or you imagine that you have a content and you have to develop that. The first thing that you need to do is you need to do a research, thorough research on that particular topic pertaining to all the details, covering all the very minute aspects of that particular content. Then treat it in such a way that it suits to the needs and interest of your audience. And try to write an outline which acts as a blueprint for your script writing. Here, the sequencing of the paragraphs takes place. You will be able to sequence the words and the content according to the flow of information required. So here you can also add special effects and animations wherever necessary. Thus, the final storyboard takes place and it could be reviewed by a group of people or a person who is having sufficient knowledge in that particular area. So remember, script writing should be done in the simplest possible manner, avoiding all the complex words and sentences. So I repeat, the stages of script writing include research, treatment, outline, sequencing, special effects and animation, storyboard, and review. So this is a sample for a sample format of a video script or a storyboard. You can go through this and you can try to make small scripts based on this. So one of the qualities of a content writer, is the way how they create the message or the content very effectively in order to reach the audience in a systematic way. A good news writer or a content writer should endure to disseminate his or her message among various target groups in an unobstructed manner. It means good news should have the quality of universal comprehensivity. Use of adverbs and adjectives is unwanted in news writing. A competent content writer should try to weave his or her story around verbs and nouns. The point to be noted here is that the use of adjective or adverbs limit the thought process, whereas the use of verbs is synonymous with extensiveness of our thought process. If a cloth is not stitched properly, it would feel awkward while wearing, isn't it? So that is why we used to tell that good writing is like a good stitching. Similarly, if a good thought is not written in a proper manner, it would become uninteresting and cumbersome for the readers. It would show a lack of coherence and attractiveness. So, diligently follow the mental discipline and meticulously try to bring the points together to make it more attractive meaningful, and interesting by the readers or the audience. Thank you.